Hi, I'm Carey Sipp, and I'm the Southeastern Regional Community Facilitator for ACES Connection, covering states throughout the Southeast. We were thrilled about 3 years ago to deploy an app called Growing Resilient Communities. And you will find this app on the homepage of ACES Connection. It has a graphic that looks like this. And the graphic really does tell the story of what we teach in Growing Resilient Communities about the importance of education, aggregation, engagement, activation, and celebration. But I'm going to focus in on the importance of engaging people in your community with this. So again, you can find this app on the homepage of ACES Connection, and there are two parts of it. You can click on Starting a Resilient Community or Growing a Resilient Community. If you're starting a resilient community, everything you need in that tool is right there, and many of the links are there to take you in to knowing how to bring people in, how to get people engaged. And so we provide many tools for that. If you look on the Starting Resilient Communities page, you'll see that there are live links on that page to the mission statement or the vision statements or even strategic plans for different communities, because we don't want you to have to make up all this stuff on your own. So we've engaged these other communities throughout the world, actually, in giving us some of their materials, so you don't have to start from scratch. And we have on that page another very important tool that is our diversity, equity, and inclusion tool, which helps you know who to go to engage. It's truly like a list of different entities all across your community. We say if everyone's not at the table, no one's at the table, because we know that the communities that have a very diverse group of people, people with lived experience, as well as people from justice, juvenile justice, law enforcement, mental health, health care, public health, faith communities, the education sector of the community, the business sector, civic organizations, Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, and everybody in between. The more we have of those kind of people learning about trauma-informed practices and policies, the greater the likelihood that your community is going to become stronger and more resilient by taking the path of acceptance and understanding as opposed to judgment and blame. So we really advocate leveraging this tool, the diversity, equity, and inclusion tool, because when you get the people at the table, you're going to want to build the relationships, because as you build the relationships, you build your community. It's interesting to watch how it is in the community in which I live. There are more than 1,000 people who are coming to the meetings, not every meeting every time, but of the New Hanover Resiliency Task Force. And what I've seen them do that is so beautiful is they have all these different, and this is not their page, by the way, but just to say that they have all these different entities in the community. And when any one of these entities has an event going on or a drive or whatever, they cross-post with each other. So the Resiliency Task Force will publicize a run on their page, or the bank or the community of faith or whatever else will talk about what the resiliency community is doing. So this is a great way to further the engagement. We also know that when communities use a letter of commitment or a memorandum of understanding, where people who are joining the community actually do an outward and visible sign of their commitment, of signing a note, perhaps after they've seen the documentary Resilience, saying that they're going to look at their trauma and they're going to look for ways in their daily walk to include trauma-informed practices and principles, to take that with them, that it really is a stronger, more powerful way of getting this work activated and accelerated in the community. So look on those pages for examples of memorandums of understanding, memorandi of understanding, or letters of commitment. And now Jenna's going to tell you more about this. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Carey. Hi, my name is Jenna Quinn, and I'm the Health Communication Coordinator for ACES Connection. ACES Connection is a social network for the ACES movement. Our sites are meant to be tools for you to engage with your community and to spread information about the worldwide ACEs movement. Currently, we have over 44,000 members and we are growing rapidly. We're also present on a number of other social media platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. ACES Connection has over 300 communities all over the world. We have both geographic and interest-based communities. If you were to click on one of these dots, you could find out information about the community in your area or anywhere in the world. This is an interactive map. ACES Connection is the information resource hub for you. ACES Connection is here to help you find resources to address adverse childhood experiences and positive childhood experiences to create healthy families, healing organizations, and a thriving community. Each of the boxes found on the right-hand side of the homepage gives you access to a number of different resources and lots of information. In our ACES Connections webinar archive, we put all of our past webinars that we host, often on a weekly basis. You can find information here for state-to-state sharing of best practices, things that are specific to education, and also a link to our YouTube channel where we post our most recent webinars. The Ask the Community section is a valuable resource for people who are looking to source the entire ACES Connection community. When you post a question and ask the community, anybody can answer it and provide you with help from around the world. We currently have over 300 communities on ACES Connection, and we hope to have 1,000 within the next 3 years.
My name is Jane Stevens. I'm founder and publisher of ACES Connection. Thank you for checking out our guidelines and tools for growing resilient communities. And when you're ready, take a look at the ACES Connection Cooperative of Communities. The Cooperative of Communities is for ACES initiatives that are ready for more advanced tools and services. This includes tools to help your initiative measure progress, virtual pop-up think tanks, and diversity, equity, and inclusion coaching. If you want more information, contact your ACES Connection Regional Community Facilitator. You can find them on the homepage of ACES Connection. We are happy to answer any questions you might have, and we appreciate your interest in all that we do. Please take care of yourself and have a peaceful day.